What? So wee Jimmy Cranky, aka Sturgeon, she fought the law, and the bitch one is fucking out to wash my wee. I've still got another tomato soup there. But she's making her first speech after being let off the hook. So I thought it'd be a wee worthwhile exercise to have a wee shifty. And I do know that's a submarine.
Break away from that story. Nicola Sturgeon is just speaking. Let's cross there, put the microphones up.
I have done nothing wrong, so I was confident of reaching at this point and getting to this outcome, but obviously it is a relief now to have that confirmed. For almost 2 years I have had this cloud of investigation hanging over me. I think
sisters?
It won't surprise anybody if you hear me say that's not
brothers.
My experience. So to reach this point today is obviously something I am relieved about. I've been trying to get on with my life and I now intend to do that. Obviously I know you're all here doing your jobs. You know, I respect your need and ability to do your jobs. I would ask you though, after I leave in my car, not to get in my way of driving in my driveway, but also if you can maybe leave you'll get no more news from here today. So for the sake of my neighbours, if you could perhaps go and do your jobs somewhere else, I would be hugely grateful for that.
Do you have any concerns about how long this has been? You've been under this investigation for years.
Connor, it is an ongoing process, so I'm going to be very limited in what I say for reasons that you will understand. And anything I say will be entirely related to me, because I can only speak for...
Your normal politician, ask a question, you will get no fucking answer. Body swerving the question, look, hey, look over there. Fucking hell. What? Listen, all politicians do that. See, when they can't answer the question, they go, look, the sky's blue, the grass is green. And
for myself. I was First Minister of this country for the best part of a decade. I have utmost respect for the police and for the prosecution authorities in our country, and I'm never going to say or do anything to undermine that. All I can say is that I have done nothing wrong, and I don't think there was ever a scrap of evidence that I had done anything wrong. And therefore, of course, to have something like this hanging over me for almost 2 years now has been difficult. It's been frustrating, and I don't think I'm saying anything there that people would be surprised to hear.
It's been political though?
No, I'm not going to say that.
For you personally, Nicola, does this give you an opportunity now to start to get on with your life?
Look, I've tried to get on with my life over the last couple of years. Some days that's been easier than others, not to put too fine a point on it. But again, without...
That's why she bought a caravan.
Most of you know me well, I'm not really that kind of person, but in times like this you find resilience you sometimes don't know you have, and you find strength that you don't know you have. So I've certainly experienced that over the last couple of years. I'm a stronger person today than I was when this kicked off, but that said, I wish none of it had happened, and I now look forward to getting on with my life. I've got a year to go in Parliament. I look forward to representing my constituency. I'll be in my constituency later on today, which is not an invitation incidentally to any of you, and I've got exciting things.
And where is that actually, fucking Jimmy Cranky? That would be down in Govan Hill, and it's a fucking shithole. I stayed there for about a year and a half, 2 years, man. The place is a fucking dump. And then, when I was there, it was a fucking dump. And then when I went back a good few years later, for a wee gander, it was worse, man. It was fucking worse. Go and look at the state of a lot of the areas in Govan Hill, man. Full of slums. Hold on a sec, I've got a pause button. God bless. Now this is her constituency. A neighbourhood in Glasgow has faced challenges with what? Shit fucking housing, high levels of crime, partly due to, its history, as a destination for migrants, and it's high population density. Fucking tell me about it. Tell me about it, stud. To address these issues, Glasgow City Council, what about their MP, little cranky over here. Specified areas around enhanced enforcement areas and took action against rogue landlords. Welcome to her constituency, folks. That is the shithole she's going to be in later on.
Coming up, not least my book that I'm looking forward to publishing.
This is damaged.
Oh, buy my fucking book, is it now, Jimmy Cranky? Woo! Look at my Willie.
But I think the last couple of years have also given me quite a lot of perspective. I think, time has a funny way of, making things right. I'm proud of my legacies.
Hey, hold on. She's the MP for Govan Hill. And what's Govan Hill famous for? High levels of crime. I don't know, like fucking embezzling money to buy caravans, Jimmy.
First Minister, I'm looking forward to getting on and talking about that in the months to come. That's not to say I didn't make lots of mistakes. Of course I did, but I'm sure I'll get to a point where I look back
embezzling
on this
money.
I'm able to put it in more perspective than I perhaps can right now. Look, the other thing I would just stress, and you all know this is an ongoing process, and that's obviously difficult for me too. So I'm not going to have a running commentary on this. I'm not going to say any more. Now looking forward to
when the investigation was dropped yet?
I was told this morning, or
Oops!
before or after 12 noon, but
I can't even remember. Oh, she fucked up royally there. I was told this morning before fucking it actually came out. She got her wee red phone call off the cops. The cops that are investigating her are the fucking cops that she set up. Look at her catching fucking flies, fucking little Jimmy. And if you don't know what I mean by that, she was in charge of the country when they scrapped all the regional police forces and put in Super Police Force Scotland, based in fucking where? Edinburgh. I actually think their headquarters are only too far from Holyrood, but don't quote me on that.
SNP again?
The leader of the SNP right now has my full support, and he's doing a good job, and I look forward to helping make sure that he's re-elected as First Minister next year.
How about return to frontline politics?
Look, can I just say, after the amazing time I've had in frontline politics, almost a decade as First Minister, and I think particularly after the last couple of years, I'm looking forward. Politics will always be in my blood, and I don't think there's any doubt about that, but I'm looking forward to just a period of being able to pursue being able to pursue things that I enjoy, that I'm passionate about. It won't surprise any of you to hear a lot of writing in the book world.
Caravanning.
Looking forward to appearing in the Glasgow Comedy Festival this weekend.
Honk! You're already there, Jimmy Cranky. You've been in the fucking Scottish comedy scene for fucking since I was a wee boy. Look at my Willie.
Actually, which is perhaps a bit rash, but there you go. So no is the short answer to your
Do
question.
you feel like this investigation destroyed your political career?
I think I've already answered that question.
Do you think it harmed clearly the SNP as well?
Look,
Catching
I think
flies
people
again.
are pretty savvy. Of course this will have raised a lot of doubts, but it's still an ongoing process, and I don't want to say anything that gets in the way of that. But I think you can see from
I've never caught her fly catching mouth before.
The SNP's polling, right? I don't want to make this an issue of party politics.
Catching flies,
I think you can
catching
see from
flies.
The strength of the SNP's polling. Right now,
Keep
that
your
the
tongue in your
SNP is
mouth,
still
hen.
a party that most people, a plurality of people in Scotland support, and I think that is testament to the strength of the party and our record in government.
If you could sum up how you're feeling today in one word, what would it be?
Relief, obviously, but this is 2 words, but maybe a bit of vindication as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
I now have to unplug my car and reverse out of this driveway, so please.
Well, those the first comments from the former First Minister of Scotland, Nick.
Said so much and said so little, apart from buy my book. And I'm going to the Glasgow Comedy Festival. And then she was dared to fucking talk about that she's she's the MP for Govan Hill, man. An absolute shithole. That's why I stayed there, obviously, you know what I mean? Cheap rents, dodgy landlords, fucking rats everywhere, man. What did I get robbed out of my flat when I was there? My Xbox, my watch my mum and dad got me for my 21st. It was a flat share. The guy across the hall from me got his laptop robbed. Shithole. Shit fucking hole. So fuck off, Sturgeon, to your shithole constituency. And tell them how great you are. You little cretin, man. But, she's been let off. When did you get the phone call? This morning. I mean, oops. I don't know what time I got it at. Fucking lying, well, she's a fucking MP who's, I bet her husband's just fucking, they've managed to wrangle it with their big fucking fancy lawyer pals, plus their fucking pals in the police organisation, which her party, with her in charge, set up. You couldn't make that shit up, man. There was no way she was going to get charged with anything, and her husband said to step in. Anyway, there's her first speech since getting let off the hook. Get it? Got it. Good. Catchies, no cats, no cheese. Maybe only some SNP retardees were harmed in this filming.